Hey, good morning guys. So while we were away on fall break, we had our first frost here at home, and the sun patience, the salvia and all the coleus has completely burnt and melted. So I'm just going to spend an hour or so getting this garden cleaned up, and then it'll be ready for when I want to plant my tulips. Next, I want to go ahead and plant my tulips. Now for the pots flanking my garage, I've got best yellow. Thought I bought 50 for each side, but I've only got 25 for each. But I'll make it work. Then for the center bed, I've got this pink ardor and orange blossom. Now I was going to plant these next to each other, like color block them, first the pink, then the orange. But now look at the bulb size difference. Now I'm wondering if I should just mix the center with the pink and orange. And then on the right side garden bed, I'm going to put in this best red. Now I'm hoping this is going to look okay. I usually buy a ready blend from Color Blends, and I always keep it in the soft pink tone. So here you can see last year's and the year prior. That was one of my favorites. I think I want to do that one again next year. Now the ones I showed you are all mid-blooming tulips, and then I thought, because these are all done by the time my beautiful alliums are up, I thought I would just throw in some late blooming tulips. So I got the Menton, and this one's upside down, but it's the Mount Tacoma. I thought the big purple balls with some pink and white tulips around the base or just somewhere in the bed would look beautiful. Now I did get 5 more ambassador alliums, and I'm just going to add 3 to the left garden bed. I've got a clump of alliums in there, and then 2 to the clump on the right. Okay, I think I'm going to remove this allium and I'll just pop that in the back garden. I'll keep these 2. And the reason why I want to do that is because on this side of the garage, I've only got 25 tulips. So I think I'm just going to do a block of the yellow just in front of this pot. And I wanted to match the other side. Sorry about the background noise. It's so windy and one of my neighbors is sawing something. But I'm going to be removing this clump and then just putting the yellow, 25 yellows kind of in that area so that these 2 kind of match. And then I'm going to mix the pink and the orange ones just because of the difference in head size, and then just clump them in 10s, kind of staggered along the front. The ambassador alliums, they come up much later, so by the time they bloom, all the tulips I'm planting today will be done and out. So they come up kind of in the center of this lamb's ear, and I'm going to take those late blooming tulips and just dot some in and around here just so that they can be blooming at the same time as the alliums. Then the red ones I'm going to pop in along there, and then this is where the other clump of alliums are. So I'm going to add 2 alliums to this clump and then 3 to this clump, just to bulk them up. I do it every year because they do diminish in size every year, the heads. So it's nice to have some big ones in between the mid-size and the smaller ones.
You're watching me steady, I know, wondering why I'm so hollow.
Okay, I've dug the trenches on both sides for the yellow tulips. And then I am going to be throwing some bulb tone in the holes.
I got concrete walls, got concrete walls. Hold me tight, don't let go, but I don't think I'm ready for love. No, I've tried to let go, but I don't think I'm ready for love. But I need you, need you, oh you, tonight I need you.
Now, of course, in the spring, these allium leaves won't be here to soften the clump. So if it looks too blocky, I can always quickly throw in a little patch of pansies, or I can just take cut flowers just to make it look presentable, if that makes sense. Now I'm going to go ahead and dig out these staggered holes for the orange and pink ones.
Now I feel it in my bones that I gotta go on my own. I got concrete walls, got concrete walls. Hold me tight, don't let go, but I don't think I'm ready for love. No, I've tried to let
I'm going to take a handful of this organic potting soil. I got this for free from a garden center, but it's quite heavy. I think it was just very wet. So I'm going to take some of that and put in the holes first and then cover it over with the soil.
tonight I need you. But I need you, oh you, tonight I need you.
Then when I was doing these holes, I dug up one of the older ones. You can see I kind of hacked into it. And you can just see from this bulb how much smaller it's become. So they do diminish every year and the blooms get smaller every year. That's why I do pop in at least 2 or 3 new fresh bulbs. Now I'm out of bulb tone, so I'm just going to do plant tone in the last 3 holes. So in my previous video, I dug out my Candy Kisses plant that was in my container, and I'm just so nervous of losing it. So I'm going to take a whole bunch of tip cuttings and just root some, just in case. I'm first going to dunk the little cut ends into some soap water. I'm just using some Castile. And then I am going to go and wash this out because this will be the reservoir I'm using. Then I've got some peat and perlite left from all the propagations I took yesterday. Okay, then I'm just going to fill up this little cell tray. These are beautiful little cuttings, very healthy. So I'm just going to go ahead, let me just see how they pull off. Oh, they pull off very well. I don't need to clip them. Maybe the top ones I'll clip. Oh, they're good. Okay, I'm going to take out this big leaf. There, I'm leaving multiple nodes, and that's okay. And then I'm going to just dunk these into hormone powder and place them. I'm going to make a fresh cut at the base. I've got quite a number of nodes. I think there's 1, 2, 3. I think I'll just take it up. I'll keep 2 nodes. This one might have too many leaves. Let me just take those off as well. Okay, now I've got 3 nodes. It's fine. Okay, so I lightly watered these in, and I'm just going to pop a humidity dome. I've got the vent holes closed. Pop the dome over and then just pop these into my basement grow room. Today's the 14th of November, and I wanted to give you an update on these little cuttings. So I've left the dome on, but I have the vent holes open. You can see how they've rooted in. You can see it at the bottom of the cell pack and sort of on the sides. Let me pop one out. Okay, I've popped the corner one out to show you what they are looking like. Now I can see they have put on growth because they are taller, super healthy, and then you can see the roots all the way through. So I'm happy to have saved these. Whoops. Now the main or mother plant I have in this IKEA cabinet. Let me just get her out. Now from the transplant shock, just from digging her out of the container, she dropped a lot of her older leaves. So every time I would look into the closet, there would be brown dead leaves laying on the shelf. But subsequently she stopped doing that and she started pushing new growth along the stems. There's a lot of fresh growth. Now she did abort most of her blooms. So like this one here is browned up. It's on the very tip. But then there's some of them that still have the potential to bloom. So this still looks fresh to me. So I'm hoping to see a bloom. Either way, I'm just glad that she did survive and that all the cuttings were successful. So I'll be popping this in a lot more containers and maybe share some with friends.